Greetings fellow hunters and welcome back to part 7, episode 6 of my Monster Hunter World playthrough. So, this beginning section right here is actually going to be a post-commentary because the initial commentary I did for the opening few minutes was bad. It was I was getting things wrong, I was constantly apologizing, but two things I will have to apologize for the last episode, not this one, is that I told you I was after Puke armor? No, JoeDoes armor rather, in preparation for the Anjanath because I initially thought it resisted fire. It does not. It has about as much fire resistance as the Kulu-Yaku armor does. So that's one thing I have to apologize for. However, I did have to get the Jara shuttle, which is the JoeDoes Iron Katana sword. That was one thing I did need JoeDoes materials for, was because I had the water element which could take on the Anjanath. The second thing is, we are not taking on the Anjanath in the next episode, we are taking on the Tobi-Kadachi, so good thing I did decide to upgrade the Jara shuttle because the Tobi-Kadachi is also weak to water, so that was pretty lucky. It was very convenient. And you might also notice I've had a change of equipment since last time, and this is because the Tobi-Kadachi, of course, is a thunder element, and that means I, of course, have kitted myself out with thunder element. And it just so happens that if you're playing Monster Hunter World in the springtime and you're coming up against a Tobi-Kadachi, there is no better time than the springtime because you can get your hands on I've got these stats right here, a Blossom Vest, Blossom Cuffs, and Blossom Greaves, the pants, or any one of these really. I decided to get the vest, the greaves, and the arm gear. So that's because that's the equipment I've decided to go with because it has +4, as you can see, very nice. I'm also rocking the Barrow helmet, which has guard points, so it very slightly decreases the amount of stamina consumption used while guarding. So if you are playing Monster Hunter World in the springtime, you will be able to get your hands on the Spring Blossom tickets, which you can get by logging in daily and receiving your daily rewards. Just hit spacebar when the command at the bottom right hand side of the screen tells you to, and you will receive a Blossom ticket, and you can get these for one ticket per item part, one armor part, sorry, plus an earth crystal, which you can easily get by mining outcrops. So, as you can see, I'm just hovering over the Barrow Helm, which of course you can get by hunting a Barrow, of course. Sorry. And I'm also rocking the Bone Coil, which is, as you can see, has thunder and dragon resistance. So it will also be particularly useful for my eventual matchup against the Rathian, and so that's pretty nice. And as you can see, it has the Horn Maestro skill as well, which extends melody effects, increases health recovery, which is really nice. Definitely. So that is the gear I'm going to be using. And here, I'm probably going to cut some around here. So that is the gear we're going to be rocking against the Tobi-Kadachi, and most likely the Anjanath as well. I was going to forge a complete Kulu-Yaku armor, or at least more than just the helmet. Excuse me, the helmet, which I'm definitely going to be forging because it has fire resistance, and that will come in real handy against the Anjanath's fire attacks. You know, the one blade sword thing on its head, and of course its fire breath, which are its most potent and deadly attacks. I've been one-shotted while guarding before by an Anjanath, very frustrating. So I will definitely be getting the Kulu helmet. So I'm just showing here how I got the Bane shuttle here. So upgrade to the Bone Tree, and then to the Jara shuttle, which you can get with one JoeDoes fin, one shell, 3 scales rather, and 1 aqua sac, which is definitely the hardest to find. I think you have like a 30% chance of carving it or something like that, or at least a quest reward or investigation reward. So it's pretty hard to get aqua sac, but I believe any bone rod or bone shuttle is definitely worth it. Next, we are going to go through the specialized tool you get by speaking to Chief Botanist before taking on Tobi-Kadachi. This is a specialized tool, and this one in particular is a Ghillie Mantle. These things are a one-time use, and they will allow you to, once you use them, they will Once you use them, you have to equip items, so you have to equip it on, which means you can't use flash pods or dong pods in that time. And once they serve their purpose, they have a cooldown time, so you will have to wait a few seconds before you're able to use them again. So in the Gilly Mantle's case, you can hide from any monster, which is, as you can imagine, is very helpful, as it allows you to take cover, lick your wounds, heal a bit. But if you take a hit while wearing the Gilly Mantle, or its time eventually runs out, it will wear off, and you have to wait a few seconds before you can use them again. Okay, so much more easier, much more efficient explanation, you know, as post-coms usually are. So in a few seconds now, we'll be heading down to heading up to the handler and accept the quest to take on the Tobi-Kadachi. So I will be right with you. The original commentator, I'll probably resume the original commentary from there, as it's perfectly fine. So I will be with you guys in a second. Okay, we didn't get the skill, which is a bit unfortunate, but I believe we're all set. My items anyway. Yeah, looks good. It's good. A bit short on flash pods, but shouldn't matter too much. Let's get going. Did somebody call pest control? Okay, best place to attack it is on the side. Just watch its tail. Whatever you do, watch its tail. Its strongest attacks come from its tail. That was close. That was not a good angle to attack it at. You want to attack it on the side of its body. Its tail is its weakness, so if you can break it without taking a hit, that will disable its most powerful attacks. Of course, the reason why I upgraded to a JoeDoesGamingVideos shelter is because the Tobi-Kadachi its biggest weakness is water, because it gets, as you can imagine, build up electrical discharge, as you can imagine. And it's probably in its most harmless state right now, because when it stores up electricity, you'll be able to tell because its body is glittering with electricity. That is when it's most deadliest, because it deals a lot more damage, and it's trying to charge up now actually. So you don't want to give it the option to do that. It is very fast, so try to go in there all guns blazing, because it can leave you paralyzed and slow you down even more. Well, thankfully, I have paralysis resistance on this blossom here, blossom armor, so. We're just trying to kill each other up right now. So as you can see, its body is glittering with electricity. It's probably its most dangerous state. I forgot to mention, it almost also armors up. I would, but I'm a rebel. I don't do what the game says. Well, you should, because, you know, you probably die if you're a newcomer. So we can get a slide on it. This Midna seems to be taking one for the team right now, so let's see if we can take advantage of that. We can! Very nice. This is how we deal with pests. We just keep stabbing them with a knife. Charge now, watch out. In fact, actually, want to take away any momentum it has. Waste of spirit there. Okay, we want to whetstone our sword here. Excuse me. Bit of sloppy there. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Go. No, 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 no. No. No, whetstone. There we go. Okay, those... I would have whetstone there and there, but these Keston are pests, if anything. Let's see where the... Alright, let's see where the... Tobi-Kadachi's heading. It's just resting there. Okay. That is why you want to find this northeast camp here, because it makes traveling to the monsters you're trying to fight much more easier. And I hear an Anjanath. And let's actually stay and watch, because hopefully Anjanath will help us do a bit of pest control here. So, let's see if it picks up its big jaw. Oh, hello. Anjanath is fighting back here. Or he could just, you know, move away. Nice. Well, that's something you learn something new every day, I suppose. Pacing pod can knock certain animals down. I mean, obviously it has to do with luck and how much damage they've taken. But still, pretty handy. And the Tobi-Kadachi is already limping. Very nice. Very nice. Get a scale there. Mount it. Nope. Let's get a battle bomb ready for when it nests. Does it want to stick around? It does want to stick around. Good on you, Toby. Go down like a man. Go down like a beast. Beast would go down fighting like that. That was careless of me. Oh no, you don't. If I can stop you from retreating once, I can do it again. Now if you're attacking its armored places. I really love this thing's design. Just everything about the Tobi-Kadachi. I just love it. contemplating on whether to use a trap or just slay it. Because you do have the option, of course, of capturing it. No, I'll be true to my word, I'll slay it. Because some of you might not have the tools yet to capture a beast. Or have the experience to. So. Alright, Toby. This is our last stand. Circling like a predator would. Alright. Didn't mean to attack a second time, but at least it shows you that its armor point is its ankles there, its tail is its weakness. And I'm just too close to love you. It's true though, I love this thing. It's staticking up, staticking, that's not even a word. It's charging its attack, so you want to watch out now. And that tail can do a lot of damage there, particularly if it's sweeping to the side. No, it's probably not a good idea to spam click as well. Just one click, so you don't go into another, chain to another, and there you go. There you go. So, Tobi-Kadachi, it's very zippy, very fast, and particularly if you're playing on a PS4 with 30 frames per second or another console. Basically, if you're not playing on 30 FPS, it can be really hard to track its movements, and its tail is deceptively strong. And if you don't have good armor that resists, let's just see that it could be a bit difficult. And I realize I need to carve. It can be a bit of a pain to fight Tobi-Kadachi, but if you're steering clear of its tail like I am, whilst being able to attack it while it's vulnerable, and you have some decent armor that resists electricity or thunder, then once again you should have no problems with the Tobi-Kadachi. Sorry, Toby, didn't want to end this way, but that's how the hunt goes. Right, next is the Anjanath, and that's the thing I'm going to be preparing for sure. So, and already have been really. So, 14 minutes, that's pretty good. Let's just go ahead and take all of it. And I believe there are quite a few monsters in the game that are weak to electric. Most notably the the Elder Dragon Killer. For those of you who get the reference. So I can imagine myself coming back to hunt Tobi-Kadachi, although at a higher rank, obviously, quite often.
You're just the awesomest.
I just realised my voice I've been using for the Chief Botanist does not match his actual voice actor, but regardless. Oh, my dear hunter, I could kiss you! Thanks to you, all hunters will get to enjoy the benefits of our specialized tools. Ah, which reminds me. I planted the ancient tree seed, mostly out of curiosity, but believe it or not, this time it sprouted. They are quite peculiar in that they draw from surrounding life to grow, and perhaps a little fertilizer. I'll spare you the details. What I'm trying to get at is, are there items that you use heavily? Perhaps I could leverage the tree's properties and a little fertilizer to grow more of what you need. Just ask and you shall receive.
Hunters of the Fifth, come see me.
He's certainly read the Bible. Is that the Bible? Well, anyway. So, next we have to speak to the field team leader, and of course that is going to be the Anjanath quest. This will do. Okay. So, take care, fellow hunters. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next hunt. Farewell.